Romantic relations and dogs are similar in one aspect. Once bitten, both of them leave a mark. Do you agree?
Yes.
Can I see a show of hands, those who agree?
Yes.
Spouses, take note. These are the people bitten by romance. Contest chair, dignitaries, respected judges. Ladies and gentlemen, I was never bitten by romance. I was only swallowed by romance. Whatever I missed in romance was more than made up by dogs. Have you seen bubbly, happy, effervescent children? Have you seen? Have you seen?
No.
You must have seen. But you know, I was nothing like that. I was so scared, terrified, particularly afraid of dogs. In fact, I used to refuse to go outside my house because there would be dogs around. But it's only at a certain age you can afford to remain inside the house because you are afraid of things outside. So my mother gave a wonderful idea. She said, carry an umbrella with you. If any dogs comes, you can beat it off. Wonderful idea. But there was a little problem. You know, in my part of the world, those times, umbrellas were not the cute little foldable things that you see around here. They were long, sturdy, with a bell handle kind of things. I was a small child. The umbrella was taller than me. But my fear of dogs was bigger than the umbrella, so I used to drag around an umbrella whenever I went outside the house 365 days a year. People used to ask me, Harish, it is neither sunny nor rainy, but why are you carrying this umbrella? I never gave them the answer. But you know, the advices your mothers give you, they are priceless, never go wrong. On the street, wielding an umbrella, no dog ever dared to approach me. Except the day I went to my friend's house. With prayers in heart, let there be no dogs around. I could see a dog lying on the courtyard, and I was in the dog's territory. It stood up and started barking. You know the heroic feeling that will arise within? When you come face to face with the enemy you have been waiting for so long to fight? You know that feeling? I had none of it. The first thing I did was to throw away the umbrella and run for my life. The dog was conditioned for it. It chased me and left a mark on my back. When a dog bites you, you can take it in two ways. First way is to think, these bites are painful. Dogs are fearsome creatures, be scared of them. The second way is to think, it's just a scratch. These dogs, they don't matter much. I don't know what came over me. From next day on, I wasn't scared of dogs. If a dog comes across, I will look at it. The dog will look at me. Then the dog will go its way. I will go my way. That kind of a truce existed between the dogs and I for about 40 long years. Except the fact that during that time I got married to a pet dog. You know, barking dogs seldom bite. Not all dogs know that. Particularly pet dogs. They bark, they bite, then they do whatever. But outside of marriage, the relation between the dogs and I were based on mutual respect and peaceful coexistence. Until the day last year, I went to Jubail Cornish for my evening jog. I was jogging as usual. I could see a dog on the side. I just kept watch over it, and I was surprised to see the dog was also keeping watch over me. The moment I crossed, the dog stood up. So I looked back. The dog was standing there like this, as if ready to jump. Situation looked a little threatening, so I stood there. the dog started barking and running towards me. It came straight in front and stood there looking up like this. For about a minute, the exchange continued. Then the dog started wagging its tail, it lied down. We became friends. So I patted on its head and said, "Nice, see you later, goodbye." Nothing like that. It jumped up, stood on the hind legs, and put its forelegs on my hands. I was holding at its neck, afraid that if I let go of the hold, it might bite me. At that time, I noticed it was a female dog. It will stand down, it will lie down, I will press it down on the ground, but the moment I release, that dog will jump up again. That romantic female was in no mood to let me go. I told the people around, we are not related, we don't live together, but they were enjoying the spectacle. For about 10 minutes, that ordeal continued. The people around, they particularly loved to watch a female harassing a man, a hapless man in public. Then a gentle-hearted person came along and he scared away the dog, and I came back to my room. That was the last time I went to the Cornish in the evening. Nowadays I go very early in the morning, and as soon as the first dogs are sighted, I beat a safe retreat. They are out on the streets. You might see me. Do not ask me, "Harish, it is neither raining nor sunny, but why are you carrying this umbrella?" Because no animals were harmed in the making of the speech. Back to you.